6:10 here on Breakfast Television, talking about some controversial technology that Toronto Police were using and the chief didn't know about. And Tammy, tell us a little bit more about it quickly.
So it's called Clearview AI, and what it is a facial recognition app that all you need is a picture. You put this in the app, and it will find phone numbers, addresses, names for that particular person. So apparently there were some Toronto police officers who were using this in order to find suspects, but not to the chief's knowledge, he says.
And now police forces in the States are using this and have been using it. But it's an interest. I find this kind of frightening, this idea. But what do you think about it, Frank?
Well, you know, you always talk about the greater good. So when it comes to enforcement and trying to protect a community, you're trying to figure out to use strategies for the greater good that can benefit overall. So if you're somebody that's not doing anything, you have no fear. And I understand in terms of privacy and democracy, because I did take political science, I know there's an argument on the other side. There is so much invasion of privacy on a day-to-day level. There are cameras everywhere where you walk the streets.
And that's one of the things I want to bring, because we talked about the police cameras that were put up for the 2010, for the summit. Oh, they're only temporary. They're all here still. And it's that slippery slope. And this gets scary because this traces your whole life almost, right?
But our whole life's being tracked right now.
It is, and
with that phone you're carrying,
but now
your entire life is being tracked.
Do you like the idea that if someone takes a photo of you now, all of a sudden they can trace pretty much your history?
I'm fine because I actually.
But your address, your telephone number,
I would say
if
it's law enforcement in the right hands, that's the whole issue. So there is privacy, yes, I understand, but the reality is today is we're not in a private world anymore. If you carry a cell phone right now, right now you are being tracked. If you use Waze, you're being tracked. If you're using all those notification services, you're being tracked.
In theory, they don't escape anywhere and they can't be traced anymore.
But they're broken into all the time.
But if this breaks it down, and now
you're getting into
all
the time.
Do we just hand over DNA next too? I mean, that would make it easier for identifying crimes.
Right.
Should we have a DNA bank for everybody?
The reality of the world is today is that your privacy, it's dangerous, but we've given up so much. If you're on social media,
let us know. Frank and I are opposite ends on this.
And the thing is with this, if they want to make this public at any point, that is the scariest thing. Because that means anybody, even out of the hands of law enforcement.
And that's what they're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Let us know at BT Toronto your thoughts on it. Do you like the idea of police being able to take a picture of you and pretty much trace your history for the most part?